So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to bring to y'all the 150 reasons right here on GOAT James Kingdom to why LeBron James is the GOAT of basketball to celebrate our 150th episode. We got 150 episodes underneath our belt, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why LeBron's the GOAT of basketball, because Brandon and I just does this. We do this better than anybody else, man. And we have throned ourselves as the GOAT debaters in the GOAT debate. No one wants to challenge us anymore. We have no more challengers, no more invitees. No one wants to do anything.
He ain't lying.
150 reasons. Yes, King John, 150 reasons to why LeBron's the GOAT.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, number one, I mean, it's pretty easy. The greatest regular season all-time leading scorer. Then he's the greatest postseason leading scorer. He's the only player to score 50,000 points in the regular season and postseason combined. He scored the most points in professional basketball history.
Damn.
Simple as that. Only player to score 40,000 in the regular season, over 40,000 plus, over 6,000 plus in the postseason. Only player to score over 45,000 points in a career. Only player that scored 25 points per game for over 20 seasons. The most 20-point games, the most 25-point games, those in the regular season. That's just 10 things right there. Then we go to the most 30-point games in the regular season. Then he got the same thing in the postseason. 20-point games, 25-point games, 30-point games. Scored 40 points against every NBA team. The youngest to every 1,000-point milestone. The youngest to average 30 in the regular season. The oldest to average 30 in the regular season. The oldest player to score 40 in a game, and the only player to score 40 points 20 years apart. The only player with triple doubles 20 years apart. The oldest player with multiple 50-point games in the season. The only player with multiple 50-point games in 3 decades. The youngest and oldest to have 55 or more with 10 rebounds in a game. The youngest to score 40 points in a playoff game, and the oldest to score 40 points supposed to be in the regular season game. The most consecutive double-digit games, the most all-star points, generated the most points in the regular season, generated the most points in the postseason. He has generated over 75,000 points. No one has over 60,000. He passed Kareem in 150 less games. He's the only player that averaged 20 points at every position. The only player that averaged 30 points per game as a small forward and as a center. The most games in the regular season scoring 30 points with over 50% or above shooting. He did the same thing in the postseason. He's the only player in the top 5 in points with assist title. He's the only player in the top 5 in assists with a scoring title. He's the only player in the top 20 in scoring with a 2-to-1 assist ratio, as well as a top 15 in scoring with a 2-to-1 ratio in the postseason. Only player to be top 5 in points and assists in the regular season, and he's the only player in the same thing in the postseason. The only player to lead his team in points 20 different seasons. The only player to lead his team in assists in 20 different seasons. He's the only player to lead his team in defensive rebounds in 15 different seasons. He's the only player with the 40, 10, and 10 triple-double for a career. And in the postseason, the only player with 8K points, 2K assists, and 2K rebounds. He's actually the only one with 2K in the postseason. Even in the Olympics, he has the stat line of 350 points, 125 assists, and 125 rebounds. No one in Olympic history in basketball have done that. No one in Olympic history has multiple triple doubles. He has the most steal in Olympic history. He's second in assists in Olympic history. He's the only player to average 14 points, 8 assists on 65% shooting in an Olympic tournament. Only player with 2,000 steals and 1,000 blocks in the regular season. 2,200 steals and 95 defensive rebounds in the regular season as well. The only player in the top 5 in defensive rebounds and steals in the regular season. Only player with 2,000 steals in the regular season, 400 steals in the postseason. The only player with 9,000 defensive rebounds in the regular season and 2,100 in the postseason. Only player with 2,000 defensive rebounds, 200 steals, 200 blocks in the playoffs. Only player in the regular season in the top 10 in points, assists, steals, and defensive rebounds. Only player. Only player in the top 10 in postseason in all the 5 major statistical categories, which is points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. So let's go ahead and move on. Only player to lead his team in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks for multiple seasons. Jokic is going to do it this year, but currently right now, LeBron is the only one. Most steals in the postseason history, most defensive rebounds in the postseason history. Most regular seasons with 350 defensive rebounds and 100 plus steals. He did that 13 times. Most postseason with 100 plus defensive rebounds. In the postseason, 150 plus defensive rebounds. In the postseason, he had the most 25 plus steals, 30 plus steals, and 35 plus steals in the postseason because he's a defensive nightmare. The only player with 100 triple doubles and 600 double doubles in the regular season. Only player to lead his team in all 5 statistical categories in a playoff series when he won a title in 2016. He has the most NBA awards. The only player with 4 regular season MVPs by the age of 28. The most All-NBA first team selections. The most All-NBA selection, even though that's going to be 21 this year. He's the youngest All-NBA player and the oldest All-NBA player. He's only one of 5 players to have 10 All-NBA first teams and 5 All-Defensive first teams. The other 4 are Duncan, Kareem, Kobe, and Jordan. He has the most All-Star selections, the most All-Star starts, the most player of the weeks, the most player of the months. The only player with MVPs in the regular season, finals, all-star games, in-season tournament, and Olympics. The only player with 3 finals MVPs for 3 different teams. The only player with 3.
Brandon, get some water, dude.
With 3 defensive
take a breath.
What?
positions.
Excuse me?
It's cool. The only player that has
Relube your
final
throat.
MVPs in year 17 or later. He has the most AP athletes of the year, 2013, 16, 18, and 20. He did that with
Wait, Brandon.
What?
We just got to like 75, 80. We're not even at 100 yet. They over here trying to stop you.
Yeah.
They trying to stop
Let me
this.
keep
Hold on,
going. We're about halfway done. Let's keep going.
You lucky you got a pass here, Travis, because you almost hit the peasant road. Come on now, stop it now. Go ahead, Brandon. Keep going, brother.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's
Keep going. All right. He has the most Sports Illustrated Sportsmen of the year. Like he said, he did that with 3 different teams. He has the most ESPY's Basketball Player of the Years. He has 3 ESPY's Athletes of the Year. He has the most BET Sportsman Athletes of the Year with 9. He was the 2012 Basketball Male Athlete of the Year and the Olympic MVP last year in the Olympics. In high school, he was the greatest amateur. He was the only one to ever have a 2-time Gatorade, U.S. Parade, U.S. Today, and Mr. U.S. Player of the Year. No one did that back-to-back years but LeBron. LeBron led more teams to finals as the leader than anyone in history. He has led more teams to championships than anyone. He has 4 championships as an amateur. He has 4 NBA titles, 10 conference championships, an in-season tournament, FIFA, and 3 gold medals in the Olympics. He has the most 10-season post-win season. He has the most playoff games won. He has the most series ones. He has the highest plus or minus in the postseason, the second in the regular season behind Tim Duncan. He has the highest win shares in the postseason and second in the regular season. I believe behind Kareem. LeBron is the only gold medalist in basketball history to have a gold medal in 3 different decades. He's the only Finals MVP after 17 years, as well as the oldest men's basketball Olympic MVP. The only player to lead 2 teams to 4 finals. The only he's second in Finals MVPs, the most conference titles, and the third most Finals appearances. The only Finals MVP to lead 3 coaches to titles. The only player to lead 5 coaches to the finals. The only Finals MVP to beat a 70-win team in the playoffs. The only Final MVP to come back from a 3-1 deficit. He's the only. I mean, that ain't never happened before the finals. He's the only NBA player or basketball player to be the flag bearer of the United States. The most buzzer beaters in the playoffs, the most game-winning buckets under 1 second in the playoffs, the most consecutive points scored in a playoff game, 25 versus Detroit. He has the most clutch points in regular season history, and he also has the most clutch points in postseason history. He has the most total clutch points in a career in NBA history, the most clutch points in a season when he had 251 in 2008. The only player with 250 clutch points in the season, the only player with 2 seasons of 200 plus clutch points, the only player to lead the postseason in clutch points 5 times. Him and Kobe is the only one to lead the league in clutch points 3 times. He averaged the most points in the elimination game with 33.5. In game 7, his averages are 35, 6, and 10, and he's plus 36. He led the regular season in fourth quarter scoring 6 times. No one has over 3. He led the regular season in fourth quarter points per game in year 21. That's crazy. He's tied with Kobe for leading the regular season in fourth quarter total points. He has the most 500 plus fourth quarter points. He did that 8 times. He led the NBA in fourth quarter points a total of 6 times in the playoffs. He averaged the most points in the fourth quarter for a career in the regular season at 7.1. He has the highest value of replacement in the regular season and postseason. He has the most offensive win shares in the regular season and postseason. He's the only player to score 10,000 points with 10,000 total career points with 3 different teams. Only player to average 25, 5, and 5 on 50% shooting for a career. The only teenager to average 25 and 5. The only player to lead his team in game score in at least 9 NBA finals. Second is 5. The only player to lead both teams in game score in the finals. The second is 5. We already know who that 5 is. He led the Olympic team in game score in all 3 gold medals and as well in the FIFA in 2007. He led every team he played for to titles in high school, Cleveland, Miami, LA, FIFA, and Olympics. That's why he had the highest game score, because he was the best player and the leader. He's the greatest and the longest prime ever. He's the youngest and oldest player ever. He's the greatest, and he had the greatest and most anticipated NBA debut. He had the best playoff game when he scored Boston Celtics in 2012 in Game 6. He had the greatest highlight that's constantly being played in playoff history with the block versus Golden State. He had the greatest finals of anybody ever in 2016 when he came back from 3-1 deficit with Cleveland. He is the greatest regular season night ever, which was the scoring night. He had the greatest family moment when he played with his son and still doing it. The greatest longevity ever, and he had the greatest regular season we have ever seen in 2013. And that is the 150 reasons why LeBron James is